Welcome to CTV Sports. I'm Dale Schwetz.
And I'm Jan-Erik Frank.
And we are live from the CTV studios, Wellington, Florida. We're at the Grand Champions Polo Club for the 2023 World Polo League Founders Cup. Live from Field 3 today, Jan. And the action has been amazing. The fields have been spectacular. Looks like we got both teams lined up. Let's meet the players.
Thank you very much, Dale. Yes, so without any further ado, let's go to Santa Rita, Trenque, Lauquen, of course, at number 1, Melissa Ganzi coming off 0 goals. Lucas James at number 2 of 7 goals. Juan Martin Zubia, the very strong 9-goaler at number 3. And Juan Martin Nero, our 10-goaler there, one of the 6 that we have in the WPL this year at number 4. Casablanca then, Grant Ganzi at number 1, playing off 3 goals. Looking forward to seeing him hopefully wearing his new helmet again. At number 2, Tomacho Pierres, the very strong 6-goaler. Barto Castagnola, the second 10-goaler, gracing us with his presence. There he is with the number 3. You can see him on your screens. And at number 4, the very powerful, strong hitter, Jesse Bray. Your 2 mounted umpires this morning are Gaston Dorignac, Esteban Ferrari, and, of course, the IRO, Mr. Steve Lane.
We are using the replay system today. Both teams will receive a challenge, 1 challenge per half. You need to use it or lose it. And remember the procedure there. When the call is made, they have 15 seconds to either challenge the call. If they win the challenge, they receive another. If not, they lose their challenge. And we have all the triggers in place to check to see if the goal is scored, check to see if the ball goes out of bounds on the end of the field or on the sideline. Anytime 2 4-legged athlete or 2-legged athletes come together on a contact play, they can check the cameras. And also, if we have any unsportsmanlike conduct, the umpires can use the cameras and our instant replay official. And, of course, the umpire challenge, if the umpires do disagree with each other on the call, then they will send that to the IRO. Looks like we got both teams lined up, and Santa Rita is going to be headed towards the north goal, Casablanca towards the south goal as Field 3 runs north and south, and it's going to be Melly.
And just, of course, to remind you once again that Casablanca in the grey shirts and Santa Rita, Trenque, Lauquen in the pink and white. Ball is in play, and it is the first touch for the 10-goaler, Barto Castagnola. Now, let's see what he's got up his sleeve here. It's always a pleasure, of course, watching that 10-goal. A nice little pass out to the right-hand side. Feeds it beautifully, picked up by Mr. Jesse Bray, working the first rotation here. Leaves that one for Tamacho Pierres, and we might have to just slightly readjust his aiming on that one, putting that one considerably wide.
Well, starts with Bartow, and he'll be the battery, hitting the big ball and running through. This time they're going to send Jesse forward early. We saw Jesse in their big win in the All-Star Challenge, run through and score goals. So full rotation by the Casablanca team here early.
Ball in play, of course, knocking from Santa Rita Trenque Lauquen over on the far side. Tamacho Pierres coming back. That's a nice ball up to the front door. Picked up by the number 3, and of course Juan Martin Zubia. Right behind him there, also wearing the white helmet, is Juan Martin Nero, so not to be misconfused. And of course at number 2, Lucas James, also with the white helmet, coming in for a challenge there. Ball sent back to the sideboards, picked up by Bray. Bray will look for a little angle. Challenge coming in from Zubia. Bray now, can he get past Lucas James? Lucas James got a piece of it, but it's going to be left and picked up by Barto Castagnone. Nice long chipped ball up to the halfway line, met and picked up nicely here by Ganzi. And yes, he is wearing his lovely new helmet. Here he comes again. Ganzi, can he finish it? A little shot now maybe. Oh, and he's lost his mallet head. We've had that a few times here. Very unfortunate for Grant to have that happen to him. Barto Castagnola will finish what he started, but he puts it through. Cracking goal here by Barto Castagnola.
Yeah, Grant, he take 3 shots. It broke right there. He shook it off and tried. He couldn't spin his mallet around and try to use the handle. Barto fires this one, and I'm not sure if that ball was in or not. We're going to check this one just to make sure. They said it was a high flag right there. And man, it was wide. So the ball's wide on the back shot. So no goal on the play, as you did get the high flag from the goal judge. But they'll go ahead and check that one. And this is time for Grant to change his mallet on the trigger there to check and see. Remember the trigger, you can check and see if a goal is scored. Anytime of safety. And, of course, any shot on goal can be checked. And so just wide, and we will continue action here with the Santa Rita Trenque Lauquen team on the knock-in here. So let's see what they do here. They have Nero playing back in, but they're going to go ahead and they're going to start it out here with Juan Martin Zubia, and he's going to find Nero.
Juan Martin, good first touch from him. Nice long ball, very long ball, trying to feed it up to his number 2 there, Lucas James. Casablanca standing very well in defense. Again, it's picked up by Zubia. Zubia now trying to get past 3, 2, 3, and 4. You see the Casablanca nicely lined up as a chain of defense, picked up on the near side by Bray. Bray cuts in again, trying to lose that play with the number 4, the 10-goal player. Not an easy job to do because he's stolen the ball off Bray. Now then, round the outside, Juan Martinero, 1, 2, 3 touches. A little flick of the wrist, and that also just ever so slightly going out to the left.
Yeah, Juan Mar very active with the number 4 on his back. We talked about it early. He's one of my favorite backs, probably my favorite number 4 in the world today, and I think is the best. But I'm Judge Miller. I like the way he plays the back. And a good friend of mine. But all the number 4s today, they all run through so much. But he will design plays, and he'll get the Santa Rita team working very strong. Is when we saw him in the All-Star Challenge, even though they got beat in their first game, single elimination, he ran through a lot and scored goals.
Great to watch him play, of course. And I touched on it earlier. We have 6 10-goal players, 2 of them on the field here this morning. Barto Castagnola, of course, and we just spoke about him, Juan Martinera. Well, we are around about halfway through the first chukker, so the first courtesy change.
Well, remember, we'll use the courtesy change once per chukker, and right around 45 seconds, we like to keep it. It is a change for the horses. If you're new to the courtesy change, it is a tournament condition. with the United States Polo Association.
Which I think is a great condition, and of course implemented here throughout all of the tournaments that are played here at Grand Champions and Santa Rita, from 6 to 26 goals. And we spoke about it a lot, Dale. It makes a lot of sense. The number of injuries has been drastically reduced, and I think once again Grand Champions are leading the way.
Yeah, it definitely it's amazing how it's touched many different sectors of the polo field and the polo world. Now, this is the Founders Cup, Yan, and the tournament committee, well, they met and they put in a few new rules, and one of the rules that you're going to see here is the 2-point conversion. It's going to be played during the Founder Cup. If a goal is scored from half field or further, the ball is untouched. It's got to be untouched. So it's got to be hit from behind, center. And so you're going to see all the 5 Bs that they usually put on the line. You're going to see them put them behind the line. And if a player scores without another player touching it, it's worth 2 points. We haven't seen one yet. But I think one's going to come today.
Well, we've definitely got enough talent out there and potential players who can do it. This being one of them, Juan Martin Zubia, not to, of course to forget the man I like to call him with the bionic arm, Jesse Bray. But let's go back to the action now. A nice ball up to the front door there from Juan Martin Zubia, looking to feed that one to Lucas James, and we have another whistle.
So as I get into the corner here, I think Lucas comes together. Yeah, Lucas comes together in a sword fight. And they meet. 2 or 3 players come together on that play with Lucas. And they are going to call the right-of-way violation. So this ball was inside the 30-yard line. And our first open goal penalty of the day will be a penalty 2 from 30 yards out. And it looks like it's going to be Zubia to do the honors here. Sometimes Melly will take the 2s and 3s. And, everybody on the Trenque team can hit penalties. They're all strong penalty shooters. And there you go. The first one of the day will go to Zubia.
Yeah, nice textbook swing there. No mistake. Juan Martin Zubia. And he has been, from that first ball thrown in, he has been extremely active. Working very well, very hard, and he went up to 9 goals. Love seeing this young man. He's one of my favorite 9-goal players out there, and I'm pretty sure, Dale, we will see him. I'm hoping, at least for him, we'll see him make it 10 goals throughout his career. Here we go, back to the center. Ball is in play. It's picked up by Castagnola, the other 10-goaler. Now, remember, we've got his brother in the tournament as well, so lots to look forward to. And, of course, we have a triple header today. After this game, we have another high goal game, and then of course we go back to the SIBA Memorial this afternoon. But now let's go and watch Juan Martin Zubia over on the far side. Picks it up nicely. 1 touch, 2 touches. Can he get past Tomacho Pierres? Look at these 2 ponies open up beautifully. There is a little touch, just the slightest of touches, and it's going to be picked up by Castagnola. Castagnola back over the halfway line. Has a little time and a little space to work with. He's got to be careful. He's got traffic coming up from the rear there. That was Lucas James trying to take the sting out of that very nice run by Bata Castagnola. I was just about to say he's in a position to drop that ball and send one up towards the goal from anywhere on the field. Ganzi tries to knock one back with a little backhand angle, just too tight. Ball goes out of bounds.
Yeah, off to the left side there, and Grant, though, shooting the ball. And I like that, finishing the play there. Either make it through the goal or make it wide. Don't leave it on the field, in the middle of the field there, because then you get that 4-on-3 attack. On the knock-in, it's going to be Juan Martin.
Once again, Zubia gets things underway. Couple of touches, sends everybody over to the left. In comes the challenge, a ride-off there by Castagnola, but Zubia just waltzes through that. Couple of nice shots here on their near side. Now Ganzi will try and send it back. Oh, out of midair. Did you see that? That was like a tennis serve. And that goes over the sideboard. So a change of possession as, that player, I think it was Lucas James, who just managed to pick that one out of the air.
Let's call Lucas and get a tennis day game going there, Yan. I know you're a big tennis player.
Anything with a racket, Dale, anything with the ball, I'm there now. Jesse Bray, look at that monster shot up to the front door. Nice touch once again here from Ganzi. Well, that new helmet he's wearing is A little bit like spinach for Popeyes, showing another side of Grant. Incredible eye for the ball. And we have another stop here, or another interruption, with just under a minute left to play in the first chukker.
Grant comes together there. It said just under a minute. They're going to ride together and talk about this one. Let's take a look at it. Big ball down the center. Grant gets a piece of it, moves it. And you get the call right there. I believe it's what they're calling. Yeah, because right before Bartow, that hook is okay. So we'll see what they decide here. And Nero, captain here, he's asking about it. Looked like uneven ride-off. A little too far in front there as Grant Gandy was coming down, and Zubia went from right to left to establish himself on the right-of-way in the process. So Grant was on the offside. So I like the call.
I saw it exactly the way you did it, Dale. And Jesse Bray here will take his first shot of the game and make it his first goal. So well done, Jesse Bray, making it 2-1.
And as we click down, yeah, we probably will not see another bowl in here. As you can see the clock ticking down there, the ball is still in the umpire's hand. So there you go. That'll end our first chukker of play. So we are live here at the Grand Champions Polo Club on CTV Sports for the World Polo League Founders Cup.
Happy to be back in town, playing with the best teams, best boys, and on the best fields.
So we're going to start the season a full power horse.
Just happy to be back in Florida. It's hometown. Looking forward to getting back on these amazing fields.
Hi, this is Manny Pacquiao to the World Polo League host Mark and Melissa Ganzi. I would like to congratulate the both of you for the opening of 2023 polo season in Florida. Thank you also for welcoming my best friend Mikey Romero and his Global Port team to the Grand Champions Polo Club to compete in the highest level of polo in North America. I wish you all the best of luck during this season, and God willing, I can come and visit Florida to meet you also and cheer for our Global Port team. God bless everyone. Stay safe. Know that God is good all the time. Thank you. Mabuhay.
Good morning and welcome back to CTV Sports this morning for our Founders Cup 2023. And we had our first chukker of play and pretty even, Steven. Yeah, they came out, both teams feeling each other out, only one open goal per team. So a very clean chukker and almost looking just to see what holes they could find. And here's one right here, Nero, and Walmart's going to go ahead and take that one right from the bowl in and rock and roll one right down between the posts.
Yeah, great goal. We, as you said, Del, we had a goal apiece. We had one disallowed goal. We thought it might have gone in, but it was overruled by the mounted official. A goal coming, a shot from Barto Castagnola. So they left the field 1 goal apiece, and that was a great run here from the halfway line, straight down the middle for Juan Martinero, making it 2-1.
Yeah, Tamacho, he's been playing an amazing number 2, but right there, Nero just gets out in front, so he just got to fall into the rumble seat and hope for the miss. But Juanmar especially on field 3 today. It is like a pool table, so you're going to see some great breakaway plays. Big ball here by Grant. Picked up by Lucas.
James sends it back down the line. Now then, Tomacho Pierres brings that one out to the left-hand side. Comes around the outside of Juan Martin Zubia. A great play here by the 6-goaler, Tomacho Pierres. As I said, one of my favorite 6-goal players, a workhorse. Always gets right into the thick of it, of course. And he, another player who has also been playing some of the other tournaments here at Grand Champions Poker Cup. Always a pleasure to watch him. So is this man on the turn here. Barto Castagnola, here comes the under the neck. He put a bit of a spin, a bit of a slice on that. Didn't quite get enough power. And once again, Lucas James, will he let that one run out of play? The ball is still inside that line, but only just as Barto Castagnola tries to fish it out of that melee of players. Now then, what's he got up his sleeve? Always in for a good surprise. Castagnola. Yeah, he's got Tomacho right behind him. Now, he needs to be quick. He does not want to be called for delay of game. Takes a shot, comes off a player, and then Jesse Bray finishes it. But now, was there or was there not a whistle?
No, it's going to be clean, so it just bounced to perfect spot for Jesse. And I see what you're talking about. We're going to get a good look at it here. He's cleaning it up. Watch where it bounces off of. Yeah, it actually did. Because you had to have number 3 had to come around, so Jesse with the lesser angle and a nice reverse neck shot.
Executed absolutely to perfection. Now, ball is back in play. Oh, nice little pickup here. I like the way they're doing this here. Santa Rita, Trenque, Lauquen. Now, a little look up from Lucas James. Wants to send it back to, well, he wanted to send it to Zubia. Got lucky there to pick this one up on the near side. Now chooses to go round the outside on the left side of all that traffic. Lucas James, will he go for the cut shot? Here it comes. Yeah, again, a deflection coming off the pony of Tomacho Pierres. Bray will pick it up, turns it very, very quickly here. Bray, couple of shots here from him. He's got a bit of space to work with. Yeah, slightly overcooked that one now. Then the backhander, who is going to turn first? You've got Melissa also still over in that danger zone, but it'll be Barto Castagnola. 1, 2 touches. Watch that pony open up nicely. Again, Castagnola brings it over the halfway line. No one coming in to challenge him. You can't let a 10-goal player run away with it like he is still. 3rd, 5th, 6th, 7th touch here. Castagnola, once he gets close enough, he will open those shoulders and he will drill that ball down the field. Yeah, he was trying to send that one up to Ganzi. Once again, Santa Rita Trenque Lauquen on the back foot here, but it'll be picked up deep in the corner by Zubia. Takes the pace out a little bit. Straight away, 2 great shots from Casablanca on him. Castagnola steals the ball from Zubia. No, or was there a whistle?
So he'll stop the clock. As Zubia gets into the corner down there. He's all by himself here. And there's Tomacho's going to go ahead and leave that one for Barto. See, the ball goes left. Still going left. And that ball is going to bounce around, and they're going to go and blow that on number 3 in the Casablanca there on the reach. We'll see where they decide to place this ball. Going to go to a courtesy change here with 3:41 on the clock. And we have the Casablanca team on the far side, so you might have a little bit longer to a minute when they come back running here. Dicey little play there as that ball gets moved around so much. You know those little line changes? Those are the tough ones sometimes. We were talking about it yesterday. We saw a lot of different line changes.
Yeah, we did.
And where it can be a little difficult. Remember, sometimes when the ball's moving, a player will move the ball, and then sometimes they might move their horse, but they don't move the ball.
Yeah.
And the ball stays on the same line, so it can be a little can be very tough for the players and the umpires. Especially if the ball is moving and a player elects to maybe move his horse or his body in a direction, but he doesn't move the ball.
No,
So the ball will be on the same of the old line. So we'll see what they decide here. If they come back after the courtesy change, they went into the corner. I don't know if they still have challenges. I don't know if the Casablanca teams are challenges. One, it would be from the spot. So it seems to me, risk-reward matrix, better to leave this one, save it for the third. No,
I'm with you there,
or at
Dale.
least an open goal.
Yeah.
Because, all you got is a 5.
Exactly.
Yeah, A. And any time on a 5A, even if I think you can win it, I would probably stay away from it just in case.
Just to be safe.
I don't know, just a risk reward matrix because, like I said, you can set up here and try to win this. But big ball, though, by Juan Martin. And Mel's going to get a breakaway here.
Good first touch here from Melissa Ganzi. Second touch coming. Oh, nicely done. Well, we know how dangerous she can be in front of goal. Now, in comes Barto Castagnola. He will steal that one, I should say. Just in front of Melissa will send it back. So Casablanca regain possession. Yeah, he didn't hit that one that cleanly, but I'm sure Tomacho won't mind. He'll pick that one up very nicely on the near side. Yeah, Zubia coming in for a challenge, and we have another whistle. That to me also looked a little bit too close for comfort.
Yeah, here's that one's really close, right where the boot is. Keep an eye on Juan Martin's boot. Where does his ball go? Does it pass his boot to give him the ability to grab it, or does he reach back? And it's right there. It's just right on that spot where he can grab it. And so you're probably riding in from behind on this play. Now, that play with Melissa, and get ready because Melly, I know she's been out sticking ball in practice. She's going to start firing those balls in. She's going to put those balls on the end line because that was a shot at goal. She hits that one perfect. That ball goes in the goal. Barto's got to go to the speed stick to run it down. It was about 2 yards outside on the left side. So a nice attempt by Melissa. But once she gets that lined out, and she knows when they're coming in on her now to go ahead and fire those shots. She did a lot of it earlier in the season preparing for the World Polo League. All right, from the center on the 5B. Oh, maybe a two-pointer here, Jan, or an opportunity.
Bray will pick this one up. Jesse Bray, he one of those players who definitely has the muscle power now. Stolen very nicely once again by the 10-goaler, and that will only ever so slightly go past that right-hand goal post. So, but Santa Rita, Trenque, Lauquen, I like this, putting on a lot of pressure here. They know what they're up against. Casablanca, remember, winners of the All-Star Challenge. They are coming into this game with 0-1. Santa Rita, of course, they beat Travieso in their first game with 10-7, so they're going to look for a clean slate as Jesse Bray gets the ball back into play, picked up on the near side by Castagnola. Castagnola now brings it back to his stick side. And also Santa Rita, Trenque, Lauquen standing very deep, coming into challenge very, very early on here. Do not want to allow Casablanca to play their game. There's the backhand shot. And nobody home for Santa Rita. Once again, playing the defensive role here, Castagnola. And that will just stay in play. Bray now working the rotation. And that will go over the sideboard. So we will have a change of possession.
Yeah, again, in this first half, definitely the mindset is to send Jesse forward. It worked in the All-Star Challenge. Remember, getting to the finals, they were using Barto going forward. Even though Barto still scored 11 goals, they were using him going forward, and Jesse was being a bit more of an anchor. And now he's actually pressing forward. And so we'll see how that develops as this game goes on. If Barto starts moving forward, or did he keep using that pass? Right now, it's working. Jesse's getting open, getting in some spots. They're going to switch back here, though, on the 5A, and it'll be Bray.
Jesse launches a monster ball, like I said, and that, just slightly off to the left here for Tomacho Perez to do something with. Juan Martin Zubia will pick this one up, and he will turn it around. He's got the pressure on again. Look at that three-man defense there, 1, 2, and 3 for Casablanca. Zubia needs a little bit of support. He's getting it. And, of course, 3-on-1 is a tough order. Castagnola will come back, steal the ball. Still Castagnola. Couple of little touches from him. Wants to play it into the open zone where he can open those shoulders again. Look at that. Playing Tom and Jerry here around the outside. Castagnola, here comes that shot. Now, how did he find the angle? Oh, he did.
He found the mouse hole. It looks like a mouse hole sometimes in Tom and Jerry. I love that analogy there, Jan. As he does, he comes around, he kind of gets everybody just moving in one direction, and then he goes the opposite way as Jan's analogy to Tom and Jerry kind of running around. But great shot on goal. He when he made that turn to get back to that spot, he was ready to shoot.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he fired right away. That's going to end our second chucker with a goal for Castagnola. So both teams shooting at goal. Stay with us. We're right back here on CTV Sports.
We're here at the Santa Rita Polo Farm where the PTF Polo ASSN Junior Tournament is being held for the first time ever at this location. And I mean, could you get a more beautiful venue? Probably not. The tournament includes players of all ages, starting with the youngest at just 2 years old and the oldest at 20 years old. So you've got all ages, all skill levels, and a whole lot of fun. Let's go check it out.
It reminds me of my days when I was in that position playing the kids tournament, and for us it meant the world. So I'm very happy to be here supporting my son and other kids as well, because I think they really enjoy this, and for them it's even more important than for us probably playing the 26 or the 22.
Well, that's a wrap on the PTF Polo ASSN Juniors Tournament at the Santa Rita Polo Farm. So much incredible talent coming up through the ranks. The future is certainly bright for the sport of polo. Now, for more information on the PTF, head to polotraining.org. And, of course, head to Chucker TV for all of our awesome content, including full game broadcasts.
World Polo League Founders Cup, and 1-1 after the first Chucker. 226 gold teams. Santa Rita, Trenque, Lauquen in the pink, and Casablanca in their dark jerseys today. And it was pretty even. With 2 open goal penalty twos in the first Chucker to tie it up, and then 1 goal by Nero to start off the second Chucker, and then for Casablanca, 1 by Barto and Jesse, and we're 3-2 here, and a very clean game. Not a lot of fouls. Remember, the stats will be coming after this Chucker, and there has not been a lot of fouls yet. It's been very open running, and it's been similar to some of the games we've seen where the teams have worked their way right down, but once again, the 60, just good defense by the opposing team.
Absolutely, and both teams are playing a very similar strategy at the moment. So really not much in it, despite that 1 goal advantage. Here we go then. Ganzi on the near side, try to get a piece of that. But Juan Martin Nero, I think he got a piece of Grant. And a powerful under the neck shot here. Sending that ball right back up to the front door. Good first touch here. You spoke about it just now. Melissa Ganzi, and she's on a beautiful looking pony. Oh, nicely done on the approach here. Now, can she get past Tomacho Pierres? Well, Melissa gets a little bit of a helping hand, but once again, it's... final stop here as Castagnola will send that one back with a bit of interest to where it came from, which is initially to the halfway line. Now, Tomacho Pierres, good first touch from him. Ganzi, what's he going to do? Is he going to tuck in behind? Well, Bray came in on a very, very, very fast horse as well. Now, Ganzi, beg your pardon, the ball is still being carried, but Ganzi's still there. Good anticipation from Double G. Grant Ganzi. Bray hammers one back up to the danger zone because you could see, and he positioned himself very well. Castagnola, well, slightly on the back foot, but they did well. That defense working very solidly here for Santa Rita, Trenque, Lauquen. But we have a whistle on the play.
Yeah, this is going to be in favor of Santa Rita. This play worked well. They were trying to find Barto, but see how the ball's going across field. I want Barto to go from right to left here. And see Wanmar, he can't run through there. No. So, it's just he has to make him look up there. Yeah, so they'll move it to center. This is just, I don't know, maybe they might have somebody downfield here. You might even see this get moved even further because remember, the way they designed their team, no, they'll go center, okay. The way they designed their team, though, is Melissa does stay in the front.
Yeah.
And she does that. She'll do that in the first half for sure. You might see some rotation in the second half. But that's by design, because if they foul, those balls all got to be moved. And Melly puts herself in a good spot. But right now, she was actually on the defensive side of the stick also. So big move. They'll move about 120 yards. Just kind of a little intimidation. He's got to look up, play. Big ball hit by Nero. But Barto was trying to get himself in a better position. So penalty 5B, and it'll be Zubia.
Juan Martin taps the ball in a couple of times. Looks like he might want to run this one himself. Here comes the under the neck shot. Deflection coming off Barto Castagnola's pony as he tries to finish. Now then, interesting one here again. Barto with his stick in the air.
Not going to get a whistle on one. Barto's going to ask him to chat with the boys about that one. He thought he had a lesser angle. And you said it came off his horse. So sometime, remember, 9 times out of 10, remember that one, though. Could be a little bit of a different angle. But it's a similar play. They would add the penalty 5A. They go to knock in. Oh, Tamacho.
Great pass from Jesse Bray to Tamacho Pierre as well. If he can't do it or pick it up, then we know a man who can. He had a bit of traffic coming in there from on the near side. Here we go. Watch this again. Perfect pass. Nicely taken. Yeah, he didn't quite get the angle on that, and then he had nowhere else to go. And of course, he had Juan Martin Zubia right there up there with him.
Okay, so now you're going to get challenged on the play. So we will take it. I think you're going to get a challenge. Yeah, you're going to get a challenge on the play. So we'll take a look at this one. Break it down a little bit.
Well, this, of course, Dale, would be a very good moment or a good time in this game.
So here comes Tamacho here. He's going to shoot that way. And you see right there, you have Zubia. So that ball was going down the field like that, and Tamacho put it to the left. And so you wanted to see whether does Zubia have to pull out of the left, or does he have to go to the right to get out of the way, not in the direction that he went?
Yeah.
So they'll go ahead and we'll review this and see if he had the ability to go another direction. And remember, the quickest way out.
Of course.
And a lot of times what happens is the player go the quickest way out, and they go for their benefit their defensive play. Kind of a weird little play there, too, because Zubia, I don't think he thought it was coming that way. I feel bad for Juanmar there. He kind of got stuck. So we'll see what they decide. They are going to go with the open goal penalty 2 here.
And no mistake, of course, for Barto Castagnola. That's his second of the game, 1 out of regular play, and now his first open goal penalty 2. Puts Casablanca in the lead by 4-2 here in Chaka number 3.
We'll give him a little cushion, but as you said, we have not had our final courtesy change of the first half yet. But a power play, that's the first one we've seen come off the line today, Yan, in the first half. That was very swift, very fast. Big hit by by Jesse Bray, right to Tamacho, and then he got a foul out of it.
Ball thrown back into play. Here we go then. Picked up by Lucas James. Very quickly on the move. Stolen by Castagnola. He is ever so quick here. Here comes the under the neck shot. So what looked like it could have been a win of this throw-in for Santa Rita Trenque was short-lived as Castagnola with an incredible speed here. Once again on the ball. Now that is shooting distance. Here it comes. Sends one high in the sky. Let's look at the goal judge.
That's a nice shot. That was perfection. Barto has it dialed in from 120, and that's just a snap, and this is what he did. And once he hit that, where's that ball? About 20 yards past the goal. He hit that so clean. Look at that ball right there. And it landed, 20, 30 yards past the goal. So good 120, 130 in the air, Yan.
Incredible.
Right before the courtesy change.
Absolutely incredible. And, as we go to the courtesy change, for those of you who have only just tuned in and joined us, a very good morning to you. Great to have you with us here on CTV Sports. 5-3. Well, after, I'm sure for Casablanca, not the ideal start coming into this Founders Cup. Remember, they conceded to Audi by 11-15, so they have a little work or a little ground to make up on. At the moment, that strategy is working very well. They are in the lead here by 5-2 with a little over 3 minutes left to play in the first half, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing those stats when they come in.
All right, so we have everybody on fresh legs, or fresh, beautiful four-legged athletes right now. Waiting for our final player. I think we have one more, Melissa Gansey. Should be coming in, and then they'll go ahead. And big possessions here is they're going to go to 3:28 to be precise on the clock now. It goes right on time, right there, right around 3 minutes. And Barto.
Castagnola everywhere to be found here in this game, and I'm sure that Santa Rita Trenque Lauquen will have plenty to talk about here in the halftime break, which of course will be coming up after this chukker, to see how they can control at least or contain that man with the number 3 on his shirt. Juan Martin Zubia there just being beaten as Grant Gansey puts that one back now then through the centre, and again saved on the back doorstep there by Tamacho Pierres. Zubia, will he get another chance? Takes it round nicely on the near side. Again, 2 grey shirts, 2 defenders. Jesse Bray will come out on top and steal that one from Juan Martin Zubia, but Santa Rita got lucky. They get another chance. Barto, again, he knew exactly where to play that ball. He knew he had Jesse Bray right behind him, and he will just hammer that ball away from the danger zone. Back to, guess who? Barto Castagnola. Now then, 2 Tangolers at each other. Juan Martin Nero, not much he could have done there. As Jesse Bray now again working that rotation. A little chip shot into the danger zone. Didn't have enough power on it. As they clear that, Santa Rita Trenque Lauquen, got to be careful here. No, this is not the time you want to make a mistake or lose the ball. Jesse Bray coming in, playing that role very well. Now, Grant Gansey, in comes Castagnola. Again, straight away, 2 grey shirts on any one pink player. It will be Zubia. Zubia loses it, turns around quickly here by Gansey. Gansey leaves it for Castagnola. Castagnola tries to take it out into the field a little bit. I think he was intending to go and play an under the next shot there, and we have a whistle with 1:37 on the clock.
All right, so now we're going to get a similar play we saw earlier, and I think you guys remember we had an uneven ride-off earlier in the first chukker. Watch here, right there, see right there in front.
Yep.
And we had an earlier play like that with Grant that was blown. So very consistent here. Now the Santa Rita Trenque Lauquen team, they used their challenge on the Zubia play in the middle of the field. So they're gonna have to just go with this one, but I think they'll be all right when they see that later. Just too far in front. And remember, Barto was not checking out of it. That's one thing you want to look for. Does the player check out? Unless he has to check out because, players are coming together for safety reasons. Barto was still running at a good pace there. So a good call here. Uneven ride-off. Open goal penalty 2. It'll be... Are they... Yep, they're going to go ahead and reset. Let Barto do another turn. Casa still with their ability to challenge if need be. And now Barto. So just getting a few players organized there before they... Oh, you're going to go with the penalty 3 here. And perfectly hit once again, Barto. Down the center, nice swing. Very dialed in this year in his penalties, Barto. So amongst other things, he's the whole game is coming together very well, but very, very, very good on his penalties.
3 in a row then for Barto Castagnola. A penalty 2, a penalty 3, and 1 out of play. And, of course, a goal in chukker number 2 makes it 4 for the Tengola as we approach the 1 minute mark here, the last minute of play in the first half.
Casablanca, after their win, I'm sure their team meeting was, let's keep the energy up. Let's keep the fire coming. Everyone's going to be hunting for us now. So good first half for them right now.
Yeah, they are on course, as I say, looking for their first win here in the Founders Cup. Ball's back in play, picked up on the halfway line straight away now then. Can Santa Rita, Trenque, Lauquen pick up another little cheeky goal before they go into that half-time break? Picked up on the near side by Ganzi, leaves it for... Well, rather, not leaves it for, but stolen by Juan Martin Zubi. Around the outside he goes, and he will try and put a little shot into that danger zone. And again, I've got to say, I do like the way this young man plays. Tamacho Pierre is under the neck. Oh, well, he got lucky there. You had Castagnola right behind him. And he also, of course, he loves this game, and he loves playing at all positions. A nice pass up to the front door. Not able to pick it up by Ganzi, but Tamacho Pierre is, and he had a man coming down the line. We will have another whistle.
Yeah, that'll end our first half of play with a whistle, so we'll see what our amount of officials decide. You'll get a replay here. Grant overrides. Tamacho hits that ball back to the right side. Lesser angle is going to go to number 2 right there. Looks like Lucas as Tamacho comes from left to right, but we'll let our amount of officials work that out before we get a final call. That'll end our first half. Let's check our stats here for the first half. First half stats, have been very important, and we've noticed in our stats that they have been perfect. The numbers don't lie.
Here we go then.
6-2 on the score. Shots on goal makes sense. Casablanca has been shooting definitely more, and we talked about that. And then the Santa Rita team 4 more times. On the knock-ins, 3-3. So with the shots, better shooting percentages for Casablanca. Throw-ins even, and those are possession calls. And fouls committed, not bad there. Both teams pretty good, 3 and 5. That's fine. You know, both teams are playing the game strong. And then scored though, the opportunities have been, and Barto's been very strong with 2 30s and a 40. And then we had 130 for the Santa Rita team. So they're a good shot there of the Casablanca team in their tent. I call it the locker room. We're going to go to a little commercial break, and we will be back here on CTV Sports for the 2023 World Polo League Founders Cup.
My name is Augustine Malman. I am a chef. I trained with my uncle in Argentina in several restaurants, and now I travel the world creating unique experiences, all cooked with fire. For this event, we came from California. My team and I had some previous events there, and we traveled with my wood oven trailer and all of our grills from Santa Barbara, California. Well, when we got here, we always arrive about a week prior to the event. There's several things that we order from out of town, like the firewood. We make reservations of all of the rental items, kitchen equipment, anything we need prior to our arrival is already reserved. And then once we arrive into town, we'll source out whatever products are on the menu, like fish, red meats, fruit, vegetable, anything that we need specifically for that menu that we chose. We will source it once we get in town. My team is everything. I mean, I always tell them and to my clients, without a good team, you can't execute these kind of dinners. It takes a lot more work than what people see when they show up to the events. It takes, like I said, sometimes weeks to prepare for an event like this because we're traveling from out of town, so we have to source everything we're not familiar with. The new barn is, we're here. This is the first dinner we're doing here, so we're very excited to be here. It's amazing. It's a great place to be, and it has this inner courtyard, which is amazing to do dinners, with a special area back here behind me to do all of our grilling and the fire showcase. So it's great to be here. It's a beautiful place. It's very different being up in the mountains, but I feel with Melissa and Mark and all the events we do together, I feel like it's home. We've been cooking for them for about 4 or 5 years now. But as far as showcasing what we want to showcase and being in an incredible place like Aspen Valley Polo Club, that's no difference to Wellington. It's a beautiful place up here. It's going to be a 4-course seated meal. As the first course, we have a halloumi cheese that we sear on our fire plancha with shrimp, pine nut gremolata sauce on top. The second course seated will be a roasted beetroot salad with goat cheese and arugula, lemon zest and olive oil. And then the main course tonight will be a mashed potato, sweet potato puree with skirt steak and chimichurri sauce. My name is Augustine Malman, and we are in Aspen Valley Polo Club, one of the most beautiful places to do an outdoor fire dinner experience.
This is a championship meet. All the best jockeys in the world are here, and I'm excited to ride against them. And you get to watch some really incredible, talented athletes out there.
To us, it's a place to be in the winter.
I love Gulfstream Park because of the racing.
The palm trees, the beach is right here. The horse racing is some of the best in the country.
A lot of good horses come out of here. And if you want to go to the next level, Gulfstream Park was the place to come.
I remember the first time I came to Gulfstream, it was like this big fairy tale place. All the history. And all these great horses, trainers, jockeys. It was everything that I ever dreamed of.
Welcome back to CTV Sports. I'm Dale Schwetz.
And I'm Jan-Erik Frank.
And there's a good shot of Field 3 here at the Grand Champions Polo Club, where we are playing the 2023 World Polo League Founders Cup. And after the first half, 6-2. And Jan, give me a little breakdown. I went through the stats. What are your thoughts on this?
Thank you, Dale. Well, an interesting first half. Chukker number one, excuse me, Chukker number one came out pretty open, pretty even. We had a disallowed goal by Bato Castagnola. Jesse Bray scored one and a penalty two by Juan Martin Zubia. So we thought, going into Chukker number two, it was going to be the same or very similar, and it was, except that there was one extra goal. Jesse Bray getting his second of the game, and then Bato did finally get his first goal. But Chukker number three, Dale, that's where it all went a little bit Pete Tong, a bit different, which is where we had three unanswered goals here by Santa Rita, which is where they left the field, 6-2. So Santa Rita, Trenque, Lauquen, I'm sure will have spoken about that. And now let's go back to the action, because the team that are currently in the lead in the grey shirts, of course, Casablanca, have possession of the ball.
Yeah, it started there, Jan, while you were doing a little breakdown. Just started with the foul we talked about at the end. It was a right-of-way violation, and it did stand. The call did stand in favor of Santa Rita, Trenque, Lauquen.
And that ball will just trickle over the back lines. Oh, no, it's not. It's still in play. Castagnola He has been, as you would say, Dale, on fire here in that first half. Remember, scoring a hat-trick in Chukker number 3 and a goal in Chukker number 2, making it a total of 4 goals, and that makes him the highest scorer so far. And now, let's watch Grant Gansey try to pick that ball up. He would have been away as well had he not missed that one. Turned around nicely once again by the 9-goaler, that is Juan Martin Zubia. Gansey wants to get that ball back. Leaves it on the halfway line. Zubia has a little look. Gansey being very, very vigilant there, trying to steal that one back again. Zubia launches a rocket of a shot. Where's that going to go, Dale? Well, what do you say to that? Juan Martin Zubia, 9-goal player, picking up his second goal. Remember, he scored a penalty too in the first Chukker.
Yeah, well, he had Grant chasing him, and then he had Tamacho come from left to right, and Juan Martin just stayed so focused here. Well hit ball over the top. I mean, Barto has position on Lucas James there, but that ball is untouchable. Perfect shot.
Yeah, nice way to see Barto actually watching that ball fly, thinking that could have been one of mine. As he took that one. Now then, on the move once again, Lucas James a bit unlucky, very quickly winning the throw-in, but Jesse Bray. And again, look, 2 defending players here. Pierre Tamacho and Jesse Bray working very well together, both of them at the back. And then, of course, that rotation will be applied as and when it's needed. Castagnola picks it up once more. Castagnola now, he will drill a deep ball down the field looking for Double G. Grant Gansey is going to go out a little bit to the left-hand side. Can he get a piece of it? A little flick of the wrist, and it's picked up on the doorstep, literally on the doorstep, by Juan Martin Nero.
Nice attempt there by Grant. I'm not sure if he could have. He went for the back, open back. I don't know if he could cut it. Maybe it was too far away. But a great attempt, and he got back on defense very quick.
Working very hard is Double G. Grant Gansey. Now then, Castagnola with a very, very tight angle. And again, but it went through. He just got a piece of it, but the ball had him. Remember, it needs to cross the entire back line. So, again, out of a near impossible angle, they pick up this goal. Gansey, as you see there, working very hard, taking on the Zubia. Now watch this. He's got 2 players either side of him and just leans out of the saddle. And, well, he was very unlucky there, Juan Martin Zubia, but just the coolest of touches by Barto Castagnola.
Yeah, this is all hustle by Casablanca. You need to give credit where credit is due. That play started with Grant. You gave it to him. He made that ride-off, a very strong ride-off, and that gave Barto open space. And once again, number 3, he's got more open space.
Yeah, trying to fish that ball and keep it contained. But look, he works and works and works and works. And we have I think the first whistle here in Chukker number 4.
So it goes to control play by Barto. And it looked like he's going to take that ball to the right. Let's see. Going to turn it to the right. Let's see where he's at. Ball's going up and down the field. Now it goes to the right. He's going to ride that one out. And they'll call a tourney call on him. So we'll see now what they decide. They have their courtesy change with 3:38. And remember, they still have, each team now will receive a challenge. Casablanca did not use their challenge in the first half. And Trenque Lauquen did use their challenge. They lost their challenge on one of their plays. So both teams are now, will receive another for the second half. 7-3 on the courtesy change once again. A little extra time for the Casablanca team as they are down on the far north end of Field 3. Join us this afternoon as we are going to have our next game, actually,
Yeah, looking forward to that very much. Of course, the team that beat Casablanca in their opening match of the Founders Cup, Audi, coming in this afternoon for Mark Gansey. We've got Bob Janavis. And then, of course,
I'm glad to hear Bobby J's going to play. They're going to come in and fill in for Mark.
And then, of course, Barto's brother, Hector Castagnola, the other 10-goal player, of course, the only good 10-goal player, but in that team. Nick Roldan, of course, always love watching Nick Roldan. And then, of course, the man from the Great White North, Fred Mannix. That will be Audi Travieso with Teo Calle, Tincho Merlos, Tomas Pinello, the 9-goal player, and Nacho Navijo Estrada. That coming on your screens this afternoon at 1 o'clock. Make sure you tune in on CTV Sports for that. And, of course, we have a triple header today, but we'll tell you a little bit more about that a little bit later on. Now let's go back to the action and see if Santa Rita Trenque Lauquen can make a bit of a dent on that current scoreline. They are down by 4 goals, 7 goals to 3 in favour of Casablanca. Nice open backhand shot here from Jesse Bray to Tomacho Pierres. Now I did say how well these two players are working well together. Tomacho Pierres will pick that one up, walk that one through. Cracking play here by Casablanca.
Yeah, they used the give and go perfectly. They did it in the final for the All-Star Challenge, and that was a big part of their win against Richard Mill. The give and go. We talked about how quick the ball can move compared to the horse. And they're moving. They're dialed in. They are actually moving before the passes are being hit. I mean, Tomacho was already on the move before Jesse hit that ball to him, and that gives him an extra, 5 yards, 10 yards to stay out in front. Puts them in a comfort zone. So they're playing at a good speed right now, Casablanca.
They are indeed. They've really got their mojo running now. Then Santa Rita need to come up with something. The 2 number 2s battling it out. Lucas James sends one under the neck into the danger zone. Let's watch this here. A cut shot. A very difficult angle there for Juan Martinero. Had to really come out far in the side. But, of course, the motion keeps running as Castino tried to send that one back. Now then Nero will pick this one up. He might get a second chance, but Tomacho Pierres, and this is what I mean when I say I love watching this guy play. He is always right there, anticipates the play, comes back, and stands his ground, stands his man. Great play once again by Tomacho Pierres.
That ball is going to go straight to the goal here. Watch where Tomacho ends up. And he's going to end up to the left side there. That ball is going 45 degrees across the field. And that's going to be an open goal penalty, 2 in favor of the Santa Rita Trenque Lauquen team. And it's going to belly out a little bit. He's there early, like you said. He's there to make the play. But that ball was coming across the field at a good 45. So good call by the mounted officials. Juanmar just followed it through, falling over the right-of-way after the play will be the call. And it's going to be from the spot. And it'll be Zubia.
Picking up his 3rd goal of the game. And I'm sure you'll agree with me, Dale, a much-needed goal. So let's hope that this will be the knock-on effect going into the second half here. We are still, of course, in the first chukker of the second half, as we didn't see any score by Santa Rita Trenque Lauquen in chukker number 3. Now, 2 goals apiece in chukker number 4, but it still ain't enough, as Casablanca are in the lead by 8 goals to 4.
Lucas James and Double G getting into it in the front. They're trying to win that bowling.
Castagnoli got a piece of it. Nicely done. Picked up once again by Zubia. They've got to be quick now. And that's a nice little chip shot pass to Melissa Ganzi. She did well. Good first touch. Good second touch. Wanted to send it back, I think, to Lucas James, who was right in the thick of that. But look at that. Again, surrounded by not just 3, but all 4 Casablanca players. Well, they've definitely got their defense working very, very well.
There you go. With 42 seconds on the clock, that will stop the clock here. And Melly gets a piece of it here early, takes it down, looking for Lucas, and a pinpoint pass. And then you get a whistle that stopped it right there. And that's going to be a blocking foul. So well done, Melly, moving the ball. Now she's rotating into the game a little bit more. And she moves that ball down for Lucas. So now you might see a little bit of a flip-flop there where Melly was in the front. Now you just probably see Lucas going forward a little bit. You might see Juanmar coming from the back door. We'll see what they decided to talk about at halftime. But that's going to work, and they're going to get another open goal penalty. It's going to be the second open goal penalty, 2 for Zubia here in the 4th chukker. And he's going to be successful, 3rd of the day. So 3 penalty 2s for Lucas. I mean, for Juan Martin, and 1 from the field. All and then Wanmar scoring 1, so that's how they get their 5 goals. And on the other side, you have Jesse with the penalty 2 and 1 from the field, and Barto with a penalty 2, a penalty 3, and 3 from the field, and then 1 by Tamacho, and that's how they get their 8 goals, and that's going to end our 4th chucker play. So we will be right back for our 5th chucker. This is the Founders Cup.
Foot golf, it's a kind of life, and also it's a combination about golf and football.
So I got into sport through social media. Someone approached me on Twitter and said, have you tried it? I'd never heard of it at that point. So I went to my local course and tried it and just completely fell in love with the game.
This is not as easy as it looks on your body. It's a lot of kicking. We don't normally kick this many hard kicks in soccer.
For me, this and the U.S. Open are the 2 top U.S. tournaments. It's something we all look forward to every single year.
Great fun, and I think everyone will enjoy it when they try it. You can't not have fun.
When you set goals at the start of the season and you're able to achieve them at the end of the year, I think I can speak for everyone and say when we set goals and we make the sacrifices that we make, which a lot of people don't see, and then it all comes to fruition, it's a good feeling.
I literally live, breathe foot golf.
The World Polo League, a new breed of polo.
All right, the 5th chucker getting ready for here on Field 3, Great Cherry Polo Club. Jan Erik Frank.
And Dale Schwartz.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. And, well, good chucker here by Santa Rita. Trenque. They came out of the 10 after, like you mentioned it. They only scored 1 goal in the one goal in the first, 1 goal in the second, and then they didn't score any goals in the third, and they scored 3 goals in the fourth. So that is very positive for the Santa Rita team.
Indeed, they actually won that chucker by 3 goals to 2, as you said, Dale. So if they can keep that momentum up and keep that going, then it could still have an interesting twist. We've got 2 more chukkers of play. We are about to start chukker number 5, 3 goals in it. And as you know yourself, 3 goals is, 3 is a magic number, first of all.
No, this is a huge breath of fresh air. I mean, and not the, even though the Casablanca scored 2, because like you said, they had 2 chukkers there. They were dry. They had just the one. Well, the first half, it wasn't like this team that we know. So this is going to be it's going to be good for them as they get this 5th chucker going. Bartolo's going to grab them right out of the bowling and off to the races.
Absolutely. So how are we going to say getting this chukker number 5 underway? Once again, the man who just has such a 6th sense here, waiting and then charging down the field. Not much Juan Martin Zubia could have done there. 9 goals to 5, Dale, and that is goal number 6 for Tengola Bata Castagnola.
Bardo back to the center. He's going to try to steal another ball out. It goes all the way through the back of the lineup. Tamacho will pick it up. Tamacho mounted up very well also. I interviewed him after the All-Star Challenge, and all he talked about was his horses. So he is thrilled with his string that he's playing here in the World Polo League. Turned around and controlled by Barto.
Yeah, and you give Barto Castagnola an opportunity like that. Well, you won't see that very often. He'll miss a shot like that. Very quickly turns that ball, picks it up, turns it around, wants to unload one, but a little bit unlucky on that place. The Santa Rita, Trenque, Lauquen, they're dodging a big bullet. So Juan Martin Zubia will get things underway. Here we go then. Just under 6 minutes still left to play here in Chukka. Number 5 sends it out to the right-hand side. Now then, Bray will go up there with him, or go back with him. Yeah, you see Bray, and again Tamacho Pierres. He had already turned and faced the right direction. This is what I like about him so much. The anticipation here, so dialed in. Tamacho Pierres under the neck. What a cracking goal there from the 6th goaler. That is Tamacho Pierres.
Yeah, number 2 for Tamacho. He does this by himself. He picks up the broken play, and Juanmar's just caught there. He just got to fall in behind there. Always hit to the far post. That gives you more room on the field. Snap. Perfect neck shot. Tamacho Pierres looked like his dad there. I love it. He emulates him so much. You know, his dad played in number 2. We talked about that.
Yep.
With his uncle, Gonzalo. And he just has been playing the number 2 position at a very high level. Picked up down. Look at this, 3 bowl-ins in a row. 1 here in this 5th chucker by Casablanca.
Yeah, they are definitely on a roll, and be nice to see this young man who's been working so hard, Grant Ganzi, to also pick up his first score of the match. And this man, of course, well, we had him down as possibly being somebody who could score from the halfway line. We haven't seen anybody even attempt it just yet. Once again, a little steal here for Santa Rita, Trenque, Lauquen. Slightly top. The ball goes high in the sky. Bray will send it back downfield, but who's going to get to it first? It will be Double G. Opens his shoulders. Ganzi not getting a clean touch on, or a clean shot on that ball. And once again, on the back foot here, deep in their own half. But look, straight away, 2 Grey players, 2 Casablanca defenders on the man. I like the way they're playing their defense here, Dale.
Yeah, I thought we were going to have Melly on the move right here, just a little bit to the right side, as the distance was good for Mel, where she positions herself. They come together, backed up again by Tamacho. Now Barto's going forward.
Nicely done. Look at that. With the time, the patience, the grace. And he has a little look over his shoulder. I wonder if he's thinking, come on then, catch me if you can. And as you would say, just walking the dog, puts another one through. Cracking goal by Castagnola.
Yeah, again, the full 4-player rotation by Casa working very well, and by design. It's a well-oiled machine. It moves around like this. We saw Bray going forward early. Now they got Barto going forward. And when he does go forward, he scores a lot of goals if the defense is not ready for it. And but they do it well. I mean, they're doing a great job, this team. We complimented it all through the All-Star Challenge. Very, very strict team. We got Lolo Casanola down there, Papa Bear doing some coaching. I'm not sure who else they have down there helping out, but we have so many professional coaches working and helping with the World Polo League, and of course top players in the world. Love those Santa Rita jerseys, the Lauquen jerseys. Take a good look at those, Jan.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah, the numbers on the flowers on the numbers.
Yeah, they got flowers. I think they got flowers. Very nice.
On the side, I couldn't see when you got a close up there. Great shots in the end zone. I hope you guys have been enjoying that CTV Sports crew down in the end zones and in the tent, getting those close-up footages of the 4-legged athletes and the players. Kind of get you up close and personal to them, and so that's a lot of fun. So a courtesy change here in the 5th. We're going to bowl in international rule tournament conditions. A bowl in right here, and it looks like it's going to be Melly.
He'll pick that one up. Nice one. So 3-0 as it stands at the moment here in favour of Casablanca. And I'm pretty sure, Dale, that their first game, of course, they played when they did not win their opening match against Audi. I think it's still very much in their system, and they're doing everything just to deal with it, to put an end to that, because they have literally been on fire here. It's been an absolute pleasure and a joy to watch how they've been playing. All 4 players, Grant Ganzi, Tamacho Pierres, Barto Castagnola, and of course Jesse Bray. And let's just hope that Santa Rita, Trenque, Lauquen in the just under 2.5 minutes left to play here in Chukka number 5 can still turn things around. But look, once again, Castagnola, loves getting involved, loves playing all the different positions. Nice ball out to the far side. Bray with a good first touch sends Grant Gansey on his way now. Come on, Grant. Be nice to see him. That's a good first touch. Gansey still checks. He's got Bray behind him. We have a loose ball. It'll be Lucas James. Just trying to get away from that. Break leans very far out of the saddle to try and steal that. And this is what I like. I like the fighting spirit, the tenacity here. The play for every inch of field. Play for all the possessions that they can. Juan Martin Zubia. He will load a long ball downfield. Now, this is perfect. Now, this is where she becomes very dangerous. Melissa Gansey. Good first touch from her. Might she need a second touch? Well, maybe just the smallest of little touches. Oh, and it just dies just in front of the goalpost. Oh, that's very unfortunate because
that's what Mel usually puts away right there. She had a good approach shot. And it was right in front as they turned that defense into offense quickly. But Zubia's going to go ahead and grab it and bring it back here for him. He's still got a minute left in his chucker, right around a minute. So they'll try to get it going here.
Well, this looks like this could be another chance. But again, Tamacho Pierre is just biding his time. Knows exactly when to step it up a gear or two. Well, he lost that one. Juan Martin Zubia, but I think there will have been, or there was, a whistle on that play.
So that will stop the action here as Tamacho goes near side. Now he's got to switch back to the offside. He puts it back to the in the middle, and then you get a whistle right there. That'll put the ball for a 5A in favor of Casa on the reaching call. And now Jesse Bray. Well, Jan, possible two-pointer?
This would be the kind of time, the kind of position where you would think, go on, give it a go, give it a crack, because he can definitely do it, that's for sure. He's got the bionic arm, as I like to call it.
I think he can hear us out there. Maybe we urge him on all day. Jesse Bray, come on, man. I've seen you do it, I've seen him do it before from center field. So let's see if he can get one for 2 points. No, he's teasing us.
He's teasing us, yeah. But, well, that was on the halfway line. The ball didn't go
No,
across.
that might be all right. That might be all right. Oh, was that wasn't at the half line yet.
Oof.
Yeah?
Well, I think you're right. He's teasing us. He probably heard us.
But that would have counted.
That would have counted?
Yeah, because he was behind the line still, I think, when he hit it. He tapped it up to the line, but he was still behind it.
Well, he's going to have another crack at this here, not from the halfway line. Oh, the post! It's hit the post. Wow, very lucky here. And Lucas James now deep in his own half. Let's have a look at the clock. We're down to the last few seconds of play in Chukka number 5. Juan Martin Zubia, well, he knows he can't do much with the few seconds remaining. So they will, I'm pretty sure, call that Chukka. And indeed, so that the end of Chukka number 5. Dale, 3-0 in favor of Casablanca. Another Chukka with no goals for Santa Rita, Trenque, Lauquen.
Yeah, that's where they need to be careful. Those unanswered goals in any of the games, any of the Chukkers. So, okay, so we'll be prepare for our 6th Chukker. And stay with us here on CTV Sports for the WPL League Founders Cup. Sweats, Yannick Frank, CTV Sports. 6 chucker action here. Both teams still have challenges for the final chucker. And as I said, they came in Santa Rita in the 4th chucker, very strong, 3 goals. And then they outscored their 3 unanswered goals in the 5th.
And that, I think, is, will have made such a big difference. But you've got to give it to Casablanca, Dale. They came out here with a clear target, with a clear objective in mind, and that has been apparent literally from chucker number 2, which is when they started winning the individual chuckers. Remember, chucker number 2 went in their favor, 2-1. Chucker number 3, 3-0. Chucker number 4, as you just mentioned, is the only chucker where Santa Rita Trenque Lauquen actually won a chucker, 3-2. But then again, chucker number 5, it was the switcheroo, 3-0, which is where we come to the current scoreline of 11-5 here in the 6th and final chucker. So Casablanca very much on target to pick up their first win here in the Founders Cup.
Yeah, I think you need to applaud also the Casablanca defensive play. We talked a lot about that other second effort. Mellie's going to get one out of the bowl in here, and she gets to the open space here. Look for the cut shot, going to the far post, gets a piece of it, stays on the field, though, and taken out by Grant. And now Barto, backed up by Nero, stolen away and controlled by Zubia.
And Zubia will send it back, looking for Lucas James. And he will leave that one for the 10-goaler Juan Martin Nero. He's got Jesse Bray there, very, very close to the 10-goal player. And like you said, Dale, that is very much part of that defensive strategy. The combination between Jesse Bray and Tamacho Pierres has been absolute second to none. He's on the ball as I speak. Tamacho, yeah, trying to avoid getting another hook there from Lucas James. But now, look, you see, he will stay with him. There comes the hook. And did he get a piece of it? Now, well played here by Lucas James. He's going to have to pick this one up on the near side. He does. But again, the pressure of Tamacho Pierres makes it so hard here again for Lucas James to get a clean shot on that ball.
Yeah, no, they have not given them any chance to breathe. And actually the second effort, even if they miss a play, you see them come back and make another play, or they cover for each other very well. That makes it very difficult. So it has not been easy for the Santa Rita Trenque Lauquen team to get open and get a easy shot or breakaway goal. I think we only had the one breakaway by Wanmar in the second chucker, where he had the opportunity to be free, to run by himself and not have to try to get away from somebody. So
Castagnola, beg your pardon. Castagnola coming out from the very far side here. Oh, look at that. He's chasing his own ball. Ball is still in play. Ganzi saying that should have been my line, appealing as he came charging down. Umpires not blowing on that one. Now, Santa Rita will turn things around very, very quickly here. Let's have a look at the clock. We're approaching the 5-minute mark, so still plenty of time as Melissa.
Well, Mel, he's on the move. Love the beautiful black pony here, Melly. There's a shot to goal. Oh, man, off the left side.
That's very unlucky.
Unlucky, yeah.
Because, again, she gets herself where she needs to be. And Casablanca, once again, in possession. So now that... I do feel for Melissa there. 3 occasions she's been exactly where she needed to be. And it was just that last finishing little touch, which is what she needed.
They've been a little bit off the left, a little bit off to the right today on her cut shots. And horses look beautiful. Look like they're carrying her. Look like they're moving well. Put her in the right spots, getting good passes. 4:38. You get an early courtesy change here for our final courtesy change of our World Polo League Founders Cup match.
Indeed, and remember, of course, coming up on your screens, more or less, I say more or less right afterwards, it'll be 1 o'clock from field number 1, of course, Grand Champions Polo Club. Still in bracket number 2, Audi will be taking on Traviesa. Audi, of course, having already played their first match, beating Casablanca, the team that we're seeing here, looking for their first win. They beat them by 15-11. Travieso They lost their opening game to the team that is currently trying to get back into this game, Santa Rita. Lauquen, they lost by 7 goals to 10. So everything will be wide open. As I say, that will be the second game here in bracket number 2 coming on your screens at 1 o'clock. And then this afternoon, we did mention the triple header. So it's a fun Saturday here at Grand Champions Polo Club. And of course, you really don't want to miss what has been an absolutely fantastic tournament to watch, literally from the first day. The 8th game of the SIBA Memorial 12-goal 2023, where we've got Newport facing Quite on Z. So Gene Goldstein will be back in the saddle with Juan Monteverde, Michel Dorignac, and of course the very strongly playing Ted Moore. Quite on Z, of course, with Alessia Zeidler, Joseph Schwartz, Sugar Erskine, our good friend from South Africa, and of course Jason Crowder. That will be the third game of the day, coming, as I say, on your screens this afternoon at 4:30 p.m.
Yeah, looking forward to the good matchups in the 12-goal the afternoon. The 12 goals we played. We had 6, 8, and 12-goal polo yesterday. And remember on CTV Sports, we are covering 6 through 26. And we had some good games yesterday. On the knock-in, picked up, and they're going to keep it moving, and the energy's working well, and the Chestnut Pony's going to take Grant Gansey, keep him out in front of Wanmar, look for the approach shot. There it is, going to the near post, so Grant's going to get there before, and across the field it goes, and here you go. This is the offensive attack that the Santa Rita team wanted. 4-on-3 on the breakaway here, Wanmar. Big ball down the center, looking for Melissa or Lucas. Lucas is on a flyer. Lucas James, man, that horse puts him out in front. That's going to give Melly a free route to the goal. That's a perfect approach shot here. Now Melly on the shot on goal. And, off the left side again. It's going to bounce off a pony. Now Wanmar's going to snap one back, looking for Zubia. Look for the deep neck shot. And that is bad luck around the goal mouth.
Yeah, that's just really bad luck. But you know, Dale, you know yourself what it's like. You played for many years. You have days where things just work so
they
well.
click sometimes, they don't.
And then you have days exactly. So, I mean, listen, Santa Rita, Trenque, Lauquen, they've come into this game with already a win under their belt. I'm sure they will have lots to talk about going on in this tournament. But don't write this team off. That team with Lucas James, Juan Martin Zubia, and Juan Martinier, of course, with Melissa Gansey, is still a contender. But so, of course, is Casablanca. And I'm pretty sure that after their initial defeat, they'll be looking to advance stronger and stronger throughout this tournament. So it is still anyone's tournament, anyone's game. And it's been a great game to watch. Now let's see if Melissa can put this one away. I'm pretty sure they will.
And consistently to the left. So she'll fix that. She'll figure out what shot she's taking when they go left and right. She knows how to study her shots. But she's had a couple go to the left. And I'll be having another knock-in favor here of Casablanca, and they switching it up a little bit, so they're trying some new things, maybe take it in. It was Barto. Now they're going to put Jesse backdoor, and it's going to be Lucas. Lucas going to get his first breakaway here by himself. Approach shot off the left side. Not much goal to shoot at here. Oh, Melly, well done.
Yes.
There you go. So Melissa not just gets the hook on Jesse, but gets the finish.
And what a great finish it was.
Yeah, what a great finish. That's not an easy play to make. Watch Melissa Gansey right here. Right here, she goes in, she comes in, and they got to leave it there, and then she fires the next shot. So well done, Melly. Lucas actually put that ball in a good spot for her, and it came off the horse of Jesse. Jesse would have fouled there, so he needs to pull out of that play, make sure he doesn't get the penalty one. But good concentration by Melissa to be able to snap it right away. Well done.
And I think well overdue and very much deserved. So indeed, well done, Melissa Gansey. 6 goals to 11 then as we are approaching the 1 minute mark. Ball is back in play. And I think Casablanca They came, they saw, they conquered, and I think they pick up a deserved win here. It's been another thrilling game, and of course, very much looking forward to our next high goal game, which, as I say, coming up on your screens at 1 o'clock. So now then, can they finish with another goal? There are a few seconds left to play here with the number 2. Lucas James sends a deep ball down the field. He might have to finish this one. In comes with the number 3, Juan Martin Zubia. And he will tee it up nicely for, I was going to say Melissa Ganzi. She's going to have another crack at this. Takes a little under the next shot. But you see, look, she's all smiles. You see, she takes it on the chin. Well done, Melissa.
Great sportsman. Great sportsman. Even though the team has said it's going to go ahead and they're going to hold on here. So Casablanca, they will get their first win. And Santa Rita Trenque will go 1-1 now. So, no problem, especially with the Founders Cup the way it is. Remember, they are going to play. They have the 2 brackets of 4. They play within those brackets. And the 2 top teams will play in a cross bracket. And one will play 2, 2 will play 1. I love the cross bracket setup, PN.
So, what a great first match of the day. And, of course, here in bracket 2, congratulations to Casablanca. They set themselves a target, and they achieved exactly that. Very much looking forward to what should be coming up on your screens any second now, the pre or the end of match stats, of course. Be interesting to see how things changed from the first half. Here we go, then.
11-6 on the score, and under shots very close, 15-14. And knock-ins. Well, there you go. A few more misses as you have 8 knock-ins by Casablanca. So that's for Santa Rita. Missed a goal a few times, so they'll clean that up a little bit. That would help today, actually. But I would do the math. That would help. On the bowling's even, 8. Fouls committed. Casablanca actually committed more fouls. So well done, Santa Rita. And scored 3 and 3. So actually not a bad stats there for Santa Rita, just based on maybe some missed shots on the amount of shots that they received. A good shot there, Barto Castagnoli. So thank you for joining us here on CTV Sports. For Jan Eric Frank, I'm Dale Schwetz. I speak for everyone here at CTV Sports. I say thank you for making us the leaders in polo broadcasting. And always remember, here at CTV Sports, we love the polo.